Namaste children, welcome back to another session of our chapter, that is food chain. So far in this chapter food chain, that is block 7 in lp1, that we learned animals are classified based on the eating habits into three different types, that is herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Then in lp2 we discussed the different types of teeth and the function of teeth. Whereas in LP3, if you will see, we completed the special ways of eating, like the presence of a sticky tongue and the presence of a beak, trunk and tusks. So these all things we have discussed. So in our today's class, LP4, we are going to discuss mainly about the food chain, how the food chain is made and how it is helpful to us and what we are understanding in this food chain. Let us start our class, children. So the main aim of our today's class is linking the animals based on what they are eating. The main aim of our class is linking the animals based on what they are eating. So in our today's class, we will learn a keyword, that is food chain. Food chain means a chain that shows what eats what. Okay.
Food chain. A chain that shows what eats what.
Yes. So to understand betterly about this food chain, let's do a small activity, children. Either draw or collect the pictures and start giving numbering to the pictures. Already the previous information what you have. Already you know all these animals and you know even what they are eating. The first picture, that is your carrot. So carrot is a plant product, so the first number it should be given to the carrot. So carrot is always eaten by which animal? It's rabbit. So that second number is given to the rabbits. And rabbit can be eaten by the fox. So third number is given to the fox. And at last, lion can even eat the fox. So we started giving numberings to these pictures. So let us try to understand what these pictures are giving, what information these pictures are giving to us, how the food chain it is helpful to us. Then we will connect these animals with some arrow marks and make the food chain. Okay, children? Let us listen a small video first of all.
A rabbit eats a carrot. A fox eats the rabbit. Finally, a lion eats the fox. A food chain shows the eating relationship between living organisms.
So a food chain always it shows the eating relationships between the organisms, which is always giving an idea that a carrot, which is a plant product, but the plants we are calling them as a producers because they can produce, they can make their own food. Then the carrot it is eaten by the herbivorous animal like a rabbit, and then the rabbit it is eaten by the carnivorous animal like a fox, and at last the lion, that is the true carnivore, it is eating the fox. Okay, so now as we understood the interlinking of the animals between each other, yes, so let us start giving the arrow marks in this activity sheet. So in this activity sheet already we have numbered them into 1, 2, 3 and 4 based on their eating habits. So now if you will see a carrot, which is a producer, always the food chain starts with the producer. So carrot, the arrow mark starts and it is eaten by the rabbit, so arrow marks ends here. Now the second one, if you will say a rabbit is eaten by the fox, so from here to here the arrow mark will be there, and at the last the fox is the food for the lion. So this is the way of interlinking the animals based on the eating habits. Such an interlinking of the animals based on the eating habits, we said it as a food chain. What we are calling this interlinking of animals based on eating habits, we are calling it as a food chain. So now what information this food chain it is giving to us. So if you will observe this food chain carefully, so this food chain, yes, when you join these pictures carefully, the activity pictures, what you understood and why you joined like that. Already I said now, carrot, it is a plant part, so you should place it down. Then a rabbit, because it is eating carrots and it's a herbivorous animal. Then followed by the fox and then by the lion. So this particular food chain, what information it is giving to us and how it is useful to us. To understand is what information it is giving to us, first just think the food chain sequence. It's clearly giving to an information to us that plants are different from the animals, and the animals how they are interconnected with each other for the purpose of food. And the second one, it gives an information to us that plants trap energy from the sun and they can make their food and storing it. So when they are preparing their food material, that process we even learned it in our block 1 as a photosynthesis. So with the help of photosynthesis, plant is making its own food and it is storing it, that can be taken by the herbivorous animals. So now see here, the stored food, it is taken by the herbivorous animals. So when you are eating food, it is even giving an idea, means the food chain along with the food interlinkage, it is even giving an idea to us the transfer of energy from one living organism to another living organism. Now the third question, how will you understand how you are going to make another food chain by using the animals like a deer, a plant and a tiger? Can you make the food chain? No. So which one is the producer out of these three? A deer, a plant and a tiger? Absolutely a plant. That's what, plant comes first. Then which one is the herbivore? A deer. And then a carnivore like this, tiger. So now you can even also make your own food chains, children. Yes. Now let us open our worksheet. So in the worksheet, if you will see, the first question from your worksheet is, let me open page number 5 from the volume 2 worksheet book. So the first question is, write one item that each animal eats. So here two animals are there in front of you, a lion and a goat. Write one item each animal eats. So a goat is eating grass, it is eating leaves. You can write any one what you want. When it comes to your lion, it is eating flesh. Okay, so let us move to the second question, children. So in the second question, they gave a diagram. Look at the food chain and answer the questions. So in that, the A1, that is, write which animal eats what from the food chain. So in this particular picture, if you will see, you are able to see 4 animals in the food chain. One is leaves, second one is caterpillar larva, third one is chameleon, and the fourth one is a snake. And now they are asking which animal eats which from the food chain. A caterpillar larva eats the leaves, a chameleon is eating the caterpillar, and a snake, it is eating the chameleon. Okay, children. So now the next one, if you will see, next B question, what does this food chain, the above food chain is there now, this food chain, what does this food chain it is indicating, what it is giving an idea. So this food chain, it is giving an idea that what animal eats what food. At the same time, it is giving an idea about the energy flow between the animals. And one more thing, it's giving a perfect idea to us that always the food chain starts with the producers. Always the food chain, it is starting with the producers. So now let us move to the third question, children. So in this third question, if you will see, is make a food chain of a rat, snake, grains and an owl. So if you will see the 4 animals here, a rat, a snake, grain and owl, using these 4 animals, now make a food chain. Yes. So in this, if you will see, grains will come because those are the plant products. Grains are eaten by the rats, rat is eaten by a snake, and snake can be eaten by the owl. This is your food chain. Okay, children. So now let us open the practice questions that are there in your textbook. So if you will see the practice questions, now they are asking you to do cross the food item that goat does not eat. So which food items goat does not eat? It won't eat the fish, it won't eat the flesh, it won't eat the small insects and even frog. So they're asking to cross them. So let us cross it. Look at the second question. Look at the food chain below and answer the questions. A food chain of grass, grasshopper, lizard and snake is there. Now based on that and questions are there. Which animal eats the lizard as the food? So which animal is eating lizard as a food? Tell me. Very good. It's a snake. So now the big question, write one way in which a food chain is important for us. So food chain, how it is important for us? It is maintaining the ecological balance. It is maintaining the natural balance. It is even giving an information of energy flow between the animals. So now complete the food chain using the animals vulture, lion and deer. So here in the fill in the blanks you are going to complete by using the animals vulture, lion and deer. So a tree, it is eaten by the deer, a deer is hunted by the lion and the dead lions, it are eaten by the vulture. Okay children, after completing these practice questions and worksheets, start reading the textbook. Thank you so much.